All right, we've gotten our new blender, and here it is. I want to give you a good shot of it. There it is. All right, Phyllis here, and we're getting ready to make smoothies, so I'm going to let you see that from the beginning to the end. So here goes. First thing we're going to do is peel our sweet potatoes. I'm going to show you how to do that. And turn the water on a little bit. These sweet potatoes were frozen, and I bought them in a bushel, okay? All right, here goes. That dark there is just where the sugars from the sweet potato sink down to the bottom when you're baking them in the oven. It's not really burned. First thing I'm going to do is cut off both ends. And by the way, the peelings will go in the compost bucket. And I'm going to just scrape off that dark part. That's just the oxidation. But I still scrape it off, okay? And any little roots that you still see coming out of it, you want to scrape those off. Alright, there you go. There's a sweet potato. Now I'm going to just slice this into a bowl, because I'm going to put it in the blender in just a minute. Now we're going to use 2 sweet potatoes, so I'm going to show you one more time. You can see it's still got frost on it, so I'm going to run it under the water. Just slightly warm water is fine. Now these have been sitting out for about 10 minutes. I'm going to cut the ends off of them. There you go. You're really just peeling them again. Now you can scrape this off without even using a knife if you keep it under the running water. See, it'll come right off. And by the way, you just freeze these in their peeling, so they're very easy to freeze. You'll just simply bake them in the oven at about 350 degrees for about an hour. And by the way, they'll make your house smell really good while they're cooking. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to just slice this one also. Now the reason I slice them before I put them in the blender is they've got a lot of fiber, stringy fiber, and I don't like to see any of that in my smoothie, so I just cut them up in sections like that. That way I never see that. Alright, so that's 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes. Now I'm going to do the apple. Now normally I go ahead and peel the apple. And the reason I do is partly because a lot of the insecticide does remain on the apple peeling. I know they wash them, but they also spray them with a wax to make them more appealing to the consumer. But anyway, this morning I'm going to use the peeling too, because this blender says how well it chops everything, so we're going to find out. Now, the blender I bought at Walmart, it was $59. Now, these have already been washed, so I'm just going to slice these up also in little chunks. Put them right on top of the sweet potatoes. The other thing that's going to go in the blender are going to be grapes. And as you can see, some of those are still frozen. And we're going to see how this blender does. You'll be seeing it for the first time just like me. Alright, got one more little section to do, and I do hope it does the peelings well. Usually my old blender would do the grape peelings well, so here we are, sweet potatoes, apples, grapes. Now I'm going to cut this off and reposition the camera. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready to make the smoothie in my new blender. Now, this says that it has reversing motor technology, so I guess we're going to find out what that is. First thing I'm going to do is dump in my apples and sweet potatoes. Now I'm going to dump in my grapes that are still partially frozen, and by the way, so are the sweet potatoes, just slightly. Okay. Now I'm going to put in about 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, just creamy peanut butter. Now that was 2 heaping tablespoons, so that's right at about 3. All right. Now I'm going to dump in my almond milk. I'm going to lick that off my finger. All right. All right, now I'm a little nervous because I did wash this all out, but I did not try it out, so you're seeing it for the first time just like I am. I wanted to tell you about my almond milk before I get started. I bought the almond milk at my local grocery store, and I bought Almond Breeze this time. The regular price is $3.15. I had an e-coupon for 70 cents on one, and I had a 50-cent manufacturer's coupon, and at my store it doubles, the 50-cent doubles. So there you see the bottom line price was $1.45 for 1/2 gallon, which was a super deal. Now, I think that's happening with the almond milk because I noticed we have another company also making almond milk. And again, this is the one I got, the unsweetened almond milk, and this is Blue Diamond. Okay. We're ready to start now. I'm going to cut it on, and you're going to get to see it just exactly as I'm seeing it. All right, I guess I better put my lid on. All right, here we go. Now, I did read the directions, but I'm not real sure. I think I have to cut it on first. Yeah, there's a little red button. All right, now I'm going to hit, I don't know, maybe better start out on medium. I'm going to put it on high. I think that certainly did the job. So now we're going to pour it in the glasses and see what it looks like. And there are the glasses. All right, here we go. Okay, these glasses hold 20 ounces, so, and I had this thing pretty well filled to the top, so obviously this holds at least 40 ounces. All right. I'm going to taste of this. Here goes. Very good. It doesn't need any sugar at all. All right, we'll see you next time. And again, I'm very, very happy with my little blender here. It did great, okay? It did take a little longer than I thought it would, but still, it blended it up just great. And remember, I put the apples in there, peeling and all, plus the grape had peelings, so You can see some of the little peelings still in there, but of course the peelings are good for you, at least on the grapes for sure. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.